All right, day 2 here on Lake Murray, and I'll say it once again because I still can't get over it. What a difference from yesterday. It was like yesterday was like winter time out here, and today it's back to what I call the dog days of summer. It's definitely going on. We got Cody Meyer here. Heck of a year. Things are going good for Cody Meyer. That's you know, you're fishing good. You understand you got a little one on the way now. Life's good, and when life's good like that with fishermen, seems like big things happen, and I'm feeling it for Cody Meyer this time.
Man, I sure hope so. You know, right now, like you say, it's a totally different day. It's tough conditions. You know, today you actually feel the humidity. South Carolina has the offer, but it's the bite has overall been really, really brutal out here. And, you know, but we kind of all expected that coming into this. We knew it wasn't going to be easy. So, you know, if you can figure a little bit of something out, I think it's going to go a long ways. Unfortunately, yet I haven't figured it out, but still a day and a half to go.
Talk about position of these fish is what I find so fascinating about these weird, I call them these weird herring lakes. You were just talking a minute about how you like to be on the bottom, you know, drop shotting down there. We've seen your magic at Lanier that you pulled off that one year with spotted bass. This doesn't have spotted bass in it, and you were just saying these fish are like just roaming around in 5 foot of water over 80. Yeah.
These largemouth, for some reason, they do not go down to the bottom here. Like you say, if you had this lake full of spotted bass, you could drop shot brush piles, cane piles, and you could catch them. But these largemouth are literally 5 to 10 feet down, and you could catch them on a point today right here, and tomorrow they can be 2 miles away. You know, these herring, they're just constantly roaming, chasing the herring. It's a guy like Gagliardi that has all those brush piles or points where he knows a school has the advantage, you know, because he can just make a milk run and run and run and run, and hopefully you show up and they're there and you catch them in a hurry if you can find them. But like I say, they're all suspending, and the problem is you can't graph them actually because they're so shallow. You drive over them, they'll spook off. So it's kind of like you have to know that it's a good point that the herring are using, pull up at the right time, and catch them to do well.
Just talking with Michael Neal and some of the TVA guys who have that TVA magic, and they said, yeah, that's not working too good for him here on Murray.
Yeah, it's totally different. This is, you know, very different for me because I'm used to fishing Lanier and Hartwell, and it seems like maybe it's just a spotted bass, but they're a lot more active and you can actually catch them pretty easy. But here it's like a new ballpark here. It's definitely tough.
Because it's all largemouth and they're just roaming, almost like stripers. It's almost like you're trying to striper fish at this point.
I think if you actually found a group of stripers, you'd have probably some big largemouth in there. And the problem is too, is that the thermocline down there, the stripers are so deep. So I think half of that bait is really, really deep, and then the other half is really, really shallow. So they're just kind of so scattered out. And these bluebacks, they really do like the sun, believe it or not. I mean, when it's cloudy and stuff, they kind of go down, but when the sunny, they come up, and like, again, it's just right place, right time. That's, you know, how you're going to catch them in this tournament. And as far as, you know, the fish, if you do catch them out here, they're healthy fish. And on the bank, you just don't get enough bites to really, I don't think, compete for 4 days. I'm sure, you know, a couple guys will do really well, but I think for, you know, they're so random out there on the bank that I think to do well, you're going to have maybe some bank fish, but a lot of these offshore herring fish.
And it sounds like, and it looks like you're pretty much committed to the offshore thing.
I'm going to definitely, you know, I feel like I could catch some shallow, but, you know, I feel like my chances are best if I catch them out here. And, but then again, I could weigh in one fish or you could have a really good bag. It's just, it's so tough to say. But at least I'll have fun trying and maybe catch some big ones.
You mentioned one thing of interest to me. You said when you do catch one out here, quality.
They are quality. Yeah, they're definitely bigger. You can tell a difference. I mean, you catch one out here, caught one a while ago it should have been about 1 3/4 pounds, 2.5 pounder. I mean, they're just super fat, and you catch them on the bank and they're pretty thin. So okay. They're definitely, if you get enough bites out here, I think you're going to have a better than average bag.
Sounds good. There it is from Cody Meyer. He'll be offshore this week here at Forest Wood Cup at Lake Murray.